And about a good 15 or so hours later, I finally made it. It's been some very, very long traveling once again today. So, here's the plan. It's currently this Sunday. Tomorrow, there's a Starcraft Remastered event over here in the exact hotel that I'm in right now as well. The day after, I'm flying back home once again. So, in the span of about 80 or so hours, I'm gonna be traveling about a good 30 or so in total. But it's all good. So I know that at least Rotterdam and Rifkin are here somewhere. So I'm kind of hoping that there's some sort of dinner going on later. One final thing to keep in mind is that I'm gonna be horribly jet lagged for the entirety of this trip. I mean, it's currently 5:30 p.m. over here, and that would make it about 2:30 a.m. over in the Netherlands. So I'm gonna have to stay up for probably about another 6 hours or so, which means that I'm essentially pulling an all-nighter. Not gonna lie though, I can get used to this weather. I mean, look at that sun. For anyone unfamiliar, and actually that light is terrible. For anyone unfamiliar, in the Netherlands it rains pretty much every single day. Maybe about, 2 out of 3 days or so it will be raining. And supposedly the last time it rained over here was about 2 months ago. Anyway, I'm in desperate need of a shower, so I'll see you in a little bit. So quick recap of last night. Alright, so first off, after taking a shower, I spent about a good hour or so just simply desperately trying to not fall asleep. It turns out that pretty much everyone that is at this hotel right now as well was taking a nap at the time themselves, and I mean, I couldn't do that. If I would have, I probably would have woken up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and, basically just get terribly jet lagged. Instead, I ended up going downstairs and I met up with none other than Wax Angel as well as Monk, who obviously both work for Team Liquid. We ended up going out for Indian food, and it turns out I've actually never had Indian food before last night, so that was pretty awesome. Afterwards, we ended up going back to the hotel and met up with none other than Rifkin and Zombie Grub as well as Todd and Rotterdam, and I think that's about everyone that I know who is here right now. Anyway, the actual event that I'm here for starts in about an hour or so from now, so I guess it's time for me to head downstairs and make sure that at the very least I got the majority of the stuff that I need ready to go. Actually, come to think of it, have I even explained why I'm here? Alright, time to find a new interesting camera angle. That's not a great one. Alright, well, this'll have to do. So as I'm sure many of you are aware, they are currently making a remastered version of StarCraft 1 as well as StarCraft Brood War. Now, they announced their plans a couple of months ago and basically mentioned that they're gonna be releasing the remastered sometime this summer. However, Blizzard a couple of weeks ago invited me over here to basically go to a summit about StarCraft Remastered. So really all I know is that at 9, which is right now, there's a breakfast. At 10:30 we get a couple of short presentations apparently about StarCraft Remastered, so that should be a lot of fun, and afterwards we get some playtime as well. I'm secretly hoping that there's gonna be some room to maybe interview one of the developers. Yeah, and afterwards there is a lunch, there's a dinner, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff happening, so I think it's time to go. Alright, so it's a good couple of hours later again, and if there's one thing I realized is that I'm absolutely awful at StarCraft 1. I'm gonna need to be practicing for quite a while before I will be decent. We'll do so right when Remastered hits. So I ended up playing a lot of games against some pretty decent players. I mean, the majority of the people here definitely at the very least played some StarCraft 1, and I'm personally, I got like very little experience. I played a little bit on stream a few weeks ago, but most of them have been playing for like, you know, 2 decades at this point, and you know, I'm afraid I can't match that. Anyway, it's been really good. One of the things that I got as well is this goodie bag. Hold on, let me show you what I got. Alright, so first off, I mean, good looking backpack. Oh, it's actually got a bunch of stuff in here. I think this may very well be a hoodie. Alright, so first off, I got a Starcraft Remastered zip-up hoodie, which is awesome. I think this is just, yeah, there we go. It's just a Starcraft Remastered t-shirt. And then last but not least, there is also a Starcraft Remastered water bottle. Oh yeah, and it even got, it got a little straw. Alright, so here's the thing. I came back to this room at about 1:30 a.m. or so last night, after spending most of the evening at this like cocktail bar dinner kind of place, which actually was a lot of fun. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
You want a Lady and the Tramp this?
Alright, let's do it.
Tasty, but a bit stronger than I would have hoped.
Secondly, we ended up playing this card game called Red Flags for hours down below in the hotel lobby.
Wait.
Anyway, long story short, I ended up coming back to the room at about 1:30 or so, extremely tired, very jet lagged. Then I woke up again at 3 a.m. I woke up about an hour and a half or so later after I went to sleep, still extremely tired, may have been slightly intoxicated as well at the time, and I mean, I really haven't slept very much today. So today I'm actually flying back home from LA to Amsterdam again as well, so it's another one of those long traveling days. Anyway, yesterday was mostly like dedicated to just simply playing the remastered version, and I'm actually really impressed with the way it works out. I mean, literally with like a press of a button. So in the build that we were playing, it was F5, and apparently you could hit F7 as well for some additional lightning effects. But literally at the press of a button, if you press F5, it would switch on the fly between like the old graphics as well as the remastered graphics, which actually, it was a lot of fun. I mean, you can literally play against someone who's playing with the, you know, low quality graphics, and you can be playing on like the proper like 4K models if you like. And all things considered, I was actually really impressed with how smoothly it ran. Now, of course, for those of you curious, by the way, I mentioned it a couple of times in other videos as well, but I most definitely will be playing StarCraft Remastered as well. As a matter of fact, I've never actually played the campaign before, so as soon as Remastered hits, I'm gonna be recording a whole lot of those episodes, and I think it's probably gonna, I think it's about 50 missions or so in total. It's gonna be a pretty long playthrough. Oh, and by the way as well, hold up. So I actually heard back as well from this artist that I'm allowed to use his music in this vlog right here, which is awesome. Yes. All right.
Sit.